The past doesn't matter anymore. I feel like a lot of us will dwell and will live in the past, but the past doesn't matter. Stop living in the past. Stop regretting things that you did. You can't change the things that have happened, but you can change the way that things are going to be. A lot of us spend so much time trying to change the things that have already happened. We have to accept the past for what it is. A lot of us think that we can't change our lives, we can't do certain things with our lives because of the things that we did. But the past doesn't matter. The only reason why you should be looking at the past, why you should be thinking about the past, is to learn from it, not to regret things, not to reminisce about things. It's to learn from it. And yeah, you can look back at memories and things that have happened, but a lot of us will be caught up and will live in those moments. We'll go back and wish it was the good old days, wish it was back at your prime or your peak. But you have to look forward. You have to look forward with hope and with faith. A lot of us will look in the past, will live in the past, and will claim things that are no longer yours. Will claim things that used to be yours but are no longer yours. Stop living in the past. The past doesn't matter anymore. It's what you do now. A lot of us will regret things that we did. We'll make mistakes and we'll live in the past and we'll hate ourselves for it, but we can't do anything about it now. We can't change the things that we did. We can't go back in time, erase things that have already happened. We can try to make amends. We can change for the better, but we can't keep living in the past. We can't keep getting down on ourselves because of the things that we did or the things that other people did to us, events that happened that we can't change anymore. So stop living in the past. The past doesn't matter. All that matters now is what you do next, your next move. What is the next thing that you're going to do? How are you going to get yourself out of this hole? How are you going to make amends with that person that you might have done wrong? How are you going to do it? Stop reminiscing. Stop looking at the past and wondering, could things have been differently? Things can be differently if you change today, if you change now. Stop looking in your rear view mirror. They say that the windshield is so much bigger than the rear view because that's all that's in front of you. The most important things are the biggest things in your life, and that's what's ahead of you, not what's behind you. So stop regretting. Stop regretting the things that you did, the mistakes that you made. It's all about your next move. It's all about what you do now with the things that you have. Your past doesn't matter. What you did doesn't matter. It's what you do next. The only reason why you should be worried or looking at the past is to learn from your mistakes, to learn from the things that happened, because normally history does repeat itself if things aren't changed. If you know that this person is always like this person always reacts a certain way when you make a mistake, this person always reacts this way, they're more than likely going to react that same way again. And now you have learned that from looking at the past. You looked at past events to predict future things. So the only reason why you should be looking at the past is to learn from it, not to reminisce, not to feel bad about it, but to learn and to move forward with your life. You have to treat the past as if you're cooking a meal, right? You cook a meal, you might have made a mistake, you might have done something wrong, and now your meal isn't as good as it could have been. What you do is you learn from those mistakes, but you don't relive that same meal. You don't remake that same meal. You have to learn from the things that you did wrong and change for the next time you cook again. You cook a steak or you cook a pasta and you added too much salt, you added too much sauce, you added something or you didn't add something, and now you have to learn from that mistake. You learn from the things that you did in the past for your future. It's the same thing with cooking, right? You cook a meal, maybe certain things could have gone differently, things could have been better, so you change and you adapt and you learn from your mistakes from that past meal onto your next. And you have to treat your life the same way. You made a mistake, you don't remake that same meal again. You make a mistake, you keep moving forward. You make a bad meal, you don't think about it, you're like, I made a bad meal, I'm such a bad chef, I'm such a bad cook. No, you don't feel bad about it. You just make something different for your future. You learn from it. Treat your life like it's cooking. Treat your life like it's a meal. Stop reminiscing. Stop regretting the things that you did. you have to change in order for you to be better. You have to change certain things in order to become a better cook, right? You learn from what you did wrong. You learn from the past situations, past scenarios in your life to become better for the future. And that's how you get better at life. That's how you get better with dealing with your past. And that's how you become a better cook. You look at the ingredients, you look, what could I have done differently? And that's the same thing with your life. You look at the people in your life, you look at all the things that went wrong and ask yourself why. Why did the things go wrong? And you change, you adapt to making things better for the future. Stop reminiscing and stop regretting the past. All you can do now is change what is going to happen. You can't change what was, you can change what is going to become. It's what you do now that matters. It's what's your next move.